Hello everyone, I'm back with part 2 of my, this chair. Hello everyone, it is Christopher with part 2 of the Q&A video series. I think that this is only going to be 2 parts, I'm not sure. I've kind of organized all of the questions that you have all asked, and I wanted to put them kind of in categories to make sure that I answered all of them and to make sure that I wasn't repeating questions. So today we are going to get started with the questions. I think I'm going to do around 10 to 12 questions again. And before I forget, you may notice something different about the studio/craft room today. I did purchase studio lighting, so things are going to change and evolve a little bit through the YouTube because I'm kind of adjusting and figuring out how everything works. I was viewing back some of my old YouTube videos and even the YouTube videos that were filmed in my old craft space, and I really did not like the lighting. I didn't like the shadows. I didn't like how it was weird behind me. I didn't like how everything, you couldn't really see anything. So I wanted you to be able to see the entire space, as well as I needed some lighting for whenever I take my marketing photos for Brutus Monroe, for the Brutus Monroe stamp line. So I did go ahead and purchase the kit so that I can use it for both. So kind of 2 birds, 1 stone, and I think it's going to work out really well. So let's just get started right into the questions. And I'm going to try not to say and ah a lot in this video. I probably still will because I'm trying to break myself of the habit, and I apologize if I do it, and I'm really trying. So we're going to really try in this video. So the first question, I'm also doing this with my computer as opposed to my iPad, because with my iPad it was kind of difficult to switch around to the different places the questions were asked. So I wanted to be able to switch around quickly in this video. So the first one that I am going to answer today is do you do any other type of crafts other than paper crafting? And the only other real type of crafting that I do would be mixed media. I love mixed media. I love using paint and different stencils and stamps and things like that, and creating something completely new. Let it be a piece of paper, a new pattern paper, or if it could be something in my art journal. I would like to go through my art journal actually at some point. I don't know how I'm exactly going to do that because I do a lot of my stamp designs in there, and a lot of kind of my brainstorming is done in there, but I think I can show you probably some of the pages. But really the only other real true craft that I do would be the mixed media. And here's a good one. As a man who is into crafting, have you experienced negative reactions or prejudice? I luckily have not. I have actually been told by a lot of people, truly, that being a man in crafting is an odd, not necessarily an odd thing, let me retract that, that it is a unique thing. And I didn't really realize that because being a man that's into crafting, I just always wanted to do it, and I didn't care if anybody thought that it was weird that I was crafting. I think that I do have to give a shout out to Ken of Ken's Creations in this video, because whenever I did first start this madness that is the YouTube crafting personality, as I guess we'll call it, as well as the stamp line, and the Facebook pages and the blog and the website and all of that, I really needed a friend. I needed a friend that was also a crafter, and it just happened that that friend that was also a crafter was a male. And he kind of took me under his wing, and he taught me how to, do the different things with the videos, do different things with the links on my website to get from one place to another, to link up my YouTube, to do all of the things like that. And I really do owe a lot of this madness to him, because I had no clue. I still really don't have a total grasp on how to do everything with the YouTube, as well as how to do everything with the website and things like that. But I am learning very quickly. I have learned that you do learn very, very quickly whenever you really, really want to achieve something. So I am learning very quickly. But to circle back to the original question, I really have not received much negativity, and I could say that I'm very blessed, because I guess from what you're saying, as well as a lot of other individuals out there have said, that it's not something that most men can break into, and most men can, I guess, receive respect from others because they are a crafter. But I kind of just kept going and didn't look back, and now here we are. So I didn't luckily receive any negative reactions or prejudice. It was really kind of accepting and open whenever I joined in. So I am happy for that. So yeah, I did not have any of that. It looks like, do you have a favorite paper trimmer? This is going to sound like a product plug, but it's not. My favorite trimmer, and I'm going to be right back. I'll still talk to you while I'm reaching. My favorite trimmer is, and let me grab it here. I'm going to fall off of my chair. My favorite trimmer is this one. And let me tell you why. Because in the time that I've been paper crafting, and in the time that I've been doing any crafting, this paper trimmer is so easy to use. I don't want you to think that this is the only paper trimmer that I use and the only paper trimmer that I'll ever use. I have many paper trimmers, unfortunately, that I use because I can't keep track of them all. I use this one a lot, which is, oh my goodness, something just fell down behind me, and I thought for sure the house was falling down. This is a Fiskars paper trimmer that I use a lot. This one's a smaller version. I love this paper trimmer. I think it was originally created to go like in a binder, but I do like this one because it has this little wire on the inside here that you won't be able to see it, I'm sure. A little wire on the inside here that allows you to see exactly where you're cutting. But this one has a lot of lines, a lot of measurements, a lot of different things. And I am the kind of crafter, if you guys haven't noticed, that does not do a lot of crazy measurements. I like a lot of whole numbers, half numbers, things like that. So this works beautifully for me. It has this little arm that comes out. This lifts up so you can put the paper underneath, and you can purchase new ones of these. I love this because it's literally, it has a grid on it. It doesn't have a whole bunch of crazy numbers that I'm being confused with while I'm trying to figure out where I'm cutting and things like that. And it just works well. I really like crafting materials and crafting supplies that just work. There's no kind of gimmick to it. There's no, oh well, this, you can do this and then you flip this over and it'll emboss for you, and then you flip it this way and it'll automatically put glitter on it for you, and then it'll mow your lawn, and then you can, I don't like any of that. I just need something that works and works well, and it has been tried and true for me. Also, of course, the Fiskars paper cutter for smaller jobs works well as well, but it's not something that's necessary. Get yourself one of these and you're good. That's all you need. So let's see what else we have here. I have the other one up here. Let's take a look here. It looks okay. Who is your creative idol? Now this is kind of probably be one that is kind of strange to everyone. My crafting or creative, idol is a designer. She's a female designer, and she's actually a clothing designer. She's not a designer of anything that you would think that I would kind of follow. Her name is Betsy Johnson. And if any of you know her, kind of comment below. Not know her, I mean like you had lunch with her last week, but know her as in you have heard of her. Comment below so I'm not alone. I love her patterns. I love her prints. I love how she puts strange things together, and neons and florals, and I just love all the things that she does. She does a lot of shabby chic, and she does a lot of really interesting things that I enjoy. So she's definitely my creative idol. Any advice on how to be successful doing what we love to do? I think I may have answered this in this first video. I'm pretty sure that I did. But if I did not, again, I think that I may have said this in the first video, but if not, it's just really, really be yourself and continue doing what you love to do, and that will show through in everything that you create and whatever you're going to do with what you love to do. If you love to make crazy YouTube videos and show people how to do things, if you like to just create, if you like to just make cards, or if you just like to, make paintings or paintings and things like that, just do it with a lot of passion, and I think that will show through. And I think that's probably my best advice that I could have for doing what you love to do. And if it is crafting, if it's anything else, just be be very passionate about it. Looks like, will you post when you have classes? I live in, I think that's supposed to be Pittsburgh, possible, or WHD, I'm not sure, Washington maybe, but would try to come. I will post when I have classes. I tried to post when I had classes early enough last time. Unfortunately, I did not get it up posted. I actually made the mistake and I thought that my class was later than it was. So I found out by calling, and the class was actually that weekend that I posted it. So I will try to post whenever I have classes. I'm going to have several other types of classes that are coming up. I want to do some classes on on stamping. I would like to do some classes using the Cuttlebug. I would like to do some more classes, obviously, using the Cricut Explore, because the Cricut Explorer is just going to get bigger, bigger, and bigger in 2015. So I would really like to have everyone educated on the questions. I like to base my classes, if it is a Cricut class, simply on the basics and any questions that you have about the machine, because it is really, truly a time for us to really dig into the different things that you want to know about the machine. And that's basically how any of my classes run. We always will cut things and draw things and make things if you would like, but the real premise of it is for us to kind of just go over the machine and go over the way that the actual software works. So yes, I will go ahead and post those soon. You are so creative in so many ways. What do you do that excites you most? Font, stamps, cards, weddings. What makes you smile inside when nothing else will? This is a very easy question. I do love doing all of those things. I love working with fonts. I love doing my sister's wedding. I love making cards, and I love the stamp line. So I really just love being creative. That's really what my passion is. But the thing that really makes me smile whenever nothing else will, I will have to say, and this is going to be cheesy, but Rob. Rob has been my rock for quite some time now, almost 3 years. I answered in the first video, and he has been so supportive through all of this craziness. He really doesn't understand it. He doesn't understand what the YouTube channel is. He doesn't understand who all of you amazing followers are, and he doesn't understand how everything works on Facebook and things like that. And he is, I think, kind of confused and in awe of everything. Whenever he picked up my phone last and looked at it, there was, I think, something like 38 notifications, and he was like, what is this? What is going on? That I've never seen anybody that has 38 notifications whenever I pick up their phone on Facebook. And I think that he is just really, you know, kind of getting into it and kind of figuring everything out and how everything works. And he's really been awesome. And he really has made sure that everything is smooth. And if I'm having a really rough day, because as you know, I work 10 hours a day at my regular job, and then I immediately come home and I do this, and I also work on the stamp line, and I also work on the Facebook, and I work on a lot of things. I wouldn't trade it for the world. But whenever I do come home to that, he will have, you know, dinner and go and get things and make sure that everything is squared away for the evening. So it's definitely, that answer would be Rob. And it's strange because it's not crafts. Although I love those very much as well. Rob is the thing that makes me smile whenever nothing else will. Okay, enough of that mushy stuff. Now, let's see. Did I say about my least favorite medium to work with? It's clay. I don't know if I said that in my first video, but clay is my least favorite medium to work with. I've tried it. I want to get more into it. I have these things from Martha Stewart, these little silicone mold things, and I really want to get into it. I really want to try this with hot glue. So maybe we'll do that, but I really do want to try clay. I just can't, it's just, there are so many things that are out there that we can try and we can do with different materials and things like that. But I really like to focus on one thing and help teach all of you kind of that technique and how to do that. And I think that clay is just a whole nother monster. It's not even a part of crafting, it's a whole nother world of crafting. So hopefully someday we'll review clay, but not anytime soon. There's some things that are going to come up that involve, I won't tell you. You'll see. But it's not going to be clay. I don't want to say anything now because then there'll be a countdown or something and I'll be in trouble when it doesn't come out right away. Looks like a lot of glue seems to have too much of a water-based paper. Oh, water-based paper puckers. What glue do you recommend? Okay. I recommend a couple of different types of glue that are my favorites. Number one, for paper. Now this is for paper. I do really like the Tombow liquid, aqua liquid mono glue. Also for paper, I use, this would be for dry. I don't know if you specified water. I mean, if you specified it has to be liquid, but I use these a lot. I usually use my big ATG gun, or ATG, but this is what I use for when I need something small. This works very, very well. These are the Zig two-way glue pens. These work extremely well whenever you're doing something with that. This is probably my favorite glue right now. I don't use it really with paper a lot, though. This is the Eileen's, however you say, depending on where you are. This is the new way that she has created it, or excuse me, has packaged it, and it is their quick dry tacky glue. And I love it because it's now, I mean, I don't know why it took so long for them to think of this, but it sits, this is how it sits on your table. And you lift it out, and it's already, you don't have to clip the top of it or anything. It's already open whenever you open it, and it's always ready to go whenever you need it. It's always, the glue is always at the bottom. So this, I mean, this is great, fantastic. Highly recommend this glue. Not so much for paper, unless it's a really heavy paper, because this does have a lot of, not a ton of water in it. It's water based. It is, you can use water to clean it up. So it is something that would be, of course, water-based, but it's a really good, it's a quick dry, so I really, really like that about it. Okay, next. Just received your awesome stamp. Thank you. Where did you get your inspiration for this stamp? Thank you, Betty, for that question. The inspiration for my first stamp really came from the idea of wanting a stamp that I would always have on my desk, that I would always have in my craft area. We have so little real estate in our craft rooms and in our studios, and I wanted to make sure that there was good, if I wanted to ask you to purchase something that I designed or something that I created to put in your craft space or studio, that it was something that you were going to use often. So I wanted to create a stamp set that would not only be used often, but would be one that would be versatile and you could use in different ways. So with that first set, the thank you set, I really wanted to create something that you could mix and match things with, and the thank you set kind of was conceived in kind of a dream, where most of my things come from whenever I wake up in the middle of the night and write something in my journal next to the bed, and that one really did come from the dream. So it's a set that you can use again with many different cards. They're all going to obviously be thank you. Although I did have, I believe it was Christopher Lopez, who is on Facebook, and he actually made one that said love you. He did not stamp the thank, he just did the heart and love, and it's really, really nice. So you can do it however you would like, but it is the thank you with the circle in the center, and it comes with 8 different icons that you can change it up. So that is how I came up with that. So let's see if there's any other. Okay, I think there's only one more that I'll answer tonight because we're at 18 minutes. And videos. I have the worst time getting it filmed, edited, and uploaded. People do daily videos. How? Making me nuts. A lot of people that you see that do daily videos don't have regular jobs. I hate to say that, but they don't. I mean, if you have a regular full-time job, it is extremely difficult to do daily videos, unless you do. I'm gonna retract a little bit there for a second. Unless you do videos that you don't edit, and they're literally videos that are taken in a kitchen or in a hallway or in a bathroom or wherever you're at, and those videos are just simply loaded right to YouTube. Those are generally the daily videos that I see. Now, if you wanted to set up a situation where you do maybe 1 video a week or 2 videos a week, that's perfectly doable. What I would suggest doing is picking a day on the weekend, or picking a day even on a weeknight. This is a weeknight that I'm filming this right now. And set aside an hour, and that is all that it really should take once you know exactly what the concept of the video is. Give yourself an hour. Film your video. It's going to take you at least half an hour to film a video that's 10 minutes. I can promise you that. I can't tell you how many times that I had to redo the opening to this video, and I even put the blooper part in the beginning of it because I thought it was just so funny because of how many times I did the opening. So set aside that time to do it. I have on many occasions, and this is going to sound crazy, I've created a board on my marker board, I've actually drawn out kind of, I guess you would call it a storyboard of how everything's going to work in the video. And that has helped me a lot. For something that takes maybe 5 minutes to draw out, it's going to shave off at least 20 minutes to your editing time. And then kind of just get yourself in the flow of creating and editing those videos. And then you should be able to get things up much more quickly. Now, if you want to do daily videos, again, what I would suggest is you can actually on YouTube, it's a feature, and maybe I'll show it or at some point in a video, where you can upload a beginning video and YouTube will automatically put that opening to your video. I don't do that because I like different openings, I like different things, different music, things like that. So, but you can do that. So that's another alternative to get things to go faster and also to get things to be able to do it every single day. So that's it for this one. I think that, I don't know if I answered 10. I probably did not. I did not count them all. But I think that I just wanted to kind of keep the video too close to the same length as the other video. And regardless of what questions I answered, some of them obviously are going to require a little bit more of an in-depth answer, especially with me. All of you know me. I could talk to you guys until this battery would run out. But I know that you have other YouTube videos to watch and other tutorials to see and to learn, and I thank you so much for watching this part 2 video. I would love to do this again. We are adding new members daily to the Two Guys in a Cricket page. We're adding new members daily and new likes daily to the Christopher Allen Design page, and we are making tons of new friends over at Brutus Monroe. So I think that this would be something to do again with more questions with all of our new friends, all of our new subscribers, and all of our new crafty buddies. So I thank you again so much for watching this. You have a good day or a good evening, depending on what time you are watching this. Thank you all. Bye-bye.